Over the past few days, people have been sending me so many UFO and alien clips, and these are some of the best things that people have sent me so far. So thank you to all of those of you who have been sending me stuff. You've made my job a hell of a lot easier. And this ranges from UFO sightings to the latest UFO and UAP news and loads of other things. So if you want to send me stuff and you want me to review and react to it and kind of deliver it on a video, then be sure to send it to me over email, laneyandben@gmail.com, or you can send it over Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. They're all just Laney and Ben. Just search those things and you can send them over. So the first thing that we're going to take a look at is this possible UFO back in August of 2015. And this did come with a bit of a message as well. So this came from someone called Greg, and I'm just going to leave it at Greg, but they said 400 times zoom. Take a long time to get into focus, so I'll put the best one first. Was out there for about half an hour trying to focus on extremely flimsy telescopic tripod. Had to nudge all the time to get into my little viewfinder. Nothing should be there at that time of day, around 6:30 p.m. in August sometime. Never was since. I pride myself to know where things ought to be. Nothing should be there, just very slightly northeast. After my battery was low, went in for power cord about a minute, came out and it was nowhere to be seen. It never moved at all while I was trying to capture it, then poof, nowhere at all. There was a very slight breeze, but that was it. Here you go, bud, best first. So I'm going to take a little look at these. So thank you so much for sending these over. But I'm going to take a little look at them. I'm going to play them in order from start to finish. I know that they've sent over from best quality first, but we're going to play it from start to finish and just see what we can make of it. Let's get it.
It is bright out here today. There's something there that doesn't really look quite like a star, but where is it?
There it is.
Trying to zoom in on it. There it is.
Wow.
Is that a star? Or something different? It's hard to focus on anything.
Okay, my thoughts so far is I don't think this is a star, and I'll tell you for why. Is if you've ever seen a star, the light kind of disperses a little bit more, but this is very concentrated into one area, and it's very, very spherical. And also, if you look kind of here, can you see this like shape just here? Now that could just be a lens flare, but that could be something more. And also the light, I mean, it's hard to know because this is being filmed through zoom and stuff, but the light isn't consistent. If you see, it's darker in the middle, lighter around this edge, a bit more blue, a bit more purple, a bit more white. It's a weird one, and I'm curious to see like the other footage, because this is part one of 3. And if you look here as well, the light looks like these look like they're more ridged than like smooth, which indicates like some kind of like, you know, material, of some kind of like reflective material. So that's part 1. Let's take a little look at part 2. And then let's take a little look at part 3 as well, just to finish up. Wow, this is very clear in comparison to the first 2 parts.
Here's whatever is over top of the chimney there.
You can see here that it doesn't give off that vibe of like a star or a light source. It looks like it's reflective, like incredibly reflective, and it's not moving. It's just so still. This is amazing.
I don't know what that is. It's a little odd to be a star. This tripod is extremely touchy.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there, but really, really amazing footage. That is really cool, and I really, really liked it, and I think this could be something unlike what we know, because, you know, it just doesn't come across as something natural. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not natural. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Greg, thank you so much for sending it over. So the next thing that we're going to dive into is a video from James Fox, who's made it very clear that if the government don't release the interview tapes with Arrow and stuff like this, they've basically got those interview tapes themselves, and they're more than happy to release it, but they're waiting for the government to release that footage first. just basically to give some transparency to the general public and stuff like this. But this was sent to me. Let's take a little look.
However, what I'm doing and what many others are doing, we're meeting with the intel folks on the inside that have already gone to testify to AARO, which is run by Sean Kirkpatrick. That's the new UAP task force. And they're going on camera with people like myself. And I've gotten a number of them on camera already. And they're disclosing not the classified parts, but what they've disclosed basically behind closed doors. In other words, I'm providing the names of the programs. I'm providing the names of the individuals involved with the programs, the locations of these programs. And in fact, if you get me the classifications, I can walk you in the door. So the clearances. So if the government is not going to release it, we're going to release this to the public so they'll know that this is going on. So we're just trying to force the government hands. And look, there's a lot of elected officials like Senator Gillibrand and Rubio, Marco Warner, Gallego, Andre Carson, that are really batting for us, that are really, they need our support, but they're going to bat. They're not trying to cover this up. They're trying to actually get this open, but the intelligence agencies are being very difficult. There's nothing in it for them to share what they have. And there's a lot of amazing photographic evidence behind that wall that we're talking about as well.
It's so frustrating, James. I feel the same way that you do. I hear the exact same thing. And the overwhelming thing that I hear from inside the intel community is they're terrified because they just don't know what's going on. And they don't want to admit that to all of us. They're terrified.
That's exactly right. So, I just talked to Christopher Mellon, who's also got clearances, who's seen the satellite data, photographic evidence. And he said, well, I'm only talking about it because Ratcliffe talked about it. But I'll tell you right now, it's amazing. And I said, Christopher, please, because I'm friends with Christopher. Can you give me a little more? He's like, well, if you imagine like full 4K of craft, it's about as good as that. And it's just behind that level of secrecy. So it's only a matter of time where some of that stuff's coming out. I'm very confident. It's just a matter of when.
So there it is. Basically, James Fox is like, look, AARO have interviewed all these people. Well, so have I. And I've got these videos on record, I've got all of this information. I'm willing to publish it, but if AARO don't do it, I will, no problem. But I want AARO to be the one to do it. I want them to be the ones that are transparent, which I think is a fair ultimatum. So, I think this is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. Like, someone's taken the initiative to be like, who's AARO interviewed? Long list of people. Right. Let's tick all these off. Let's go and interview them ourselves. And then if nothing gets announced and they try and cover it all up, well, we've got the footage. They can't say that nothing happened because we've got the exact same recording, basically. So, this is hot news. So James Fox really kind of pioneering the way for this. But the last thing that we're going to take a look at is something that someone sent me over Reddit. And this is some kind of weird, dried up, dehydrated alien body that was found. And if you remember back to that one that was found in the garden a couple of months ago, where that old lady found what looked like an alien body. She sent it to her grandson on a photo over a text message, and he posted it to the mushrooms Reddit page. And then it made its way over to the UFO one, and then it all kind of blew up and out of proportion. Well, this photo right here has made its way around Reddit recently as well. And just for size reference, fortunately, we've got like a little 2p coin here. And then you've got this very long, dried up looking alien body. And it's very, very... I mean, if it's a weed of some kind, it could well be a weed, but it does look like some kind of humanoid creature. Even got like the knee joints, the ankle joints, feet, legs, torso, contorted arms. Like, it looks like it's got two kind of elbows as well, which is weird because you've got like a wrist, elbow, bicep area, forearm, and then another forearm and like a little hand. And then this, again, an elongated kind of Brussels sprout looking head. It's really, really weird. But the caption that goes with this says, someone posted this to a Facebook page unrelated to anything paranormal or aliens, which to me gives it a lot more credit, carries a lot more weight. But I immediately thought a few things that I had seen on this subreddit. The large head, facial structure, long fingers, toes, and how it's seemingly tiny but pretty similar to the Garden Fairy and the Nazca mummies too. It could also totally be man-made, but man, this would be pretty good hoax with the details and the genuine / natural pose. Like dehydrated animal bodies I've seen. Just look at this. And looking through the comments, it's kind of a bit of a mashup of people kind of believing, disbelieving, not really sure what to make of it. But what do you think of this? Could this be a genuine alien body, or are we looking at some kind of hoax, or is there some kind of natural phenomena to all of this? Let me know what you think about all of this down in the comments below. Before you click off, make sure to go and subscribe to the Simply Said YouTube channel. Obviously, you know, daily videos going out on there as well. And while you're down there, be sure to jump to the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you're new, and tick on my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload. And until next time, I hope that you have enjoyed. I cannot wait to see you in the next one, and I'll speak to you later.